Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Noluthando Nkosi. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I'm back with another one. It's Friday. Hello. But since it's lockdown, I mean, everything is just the same. Every day is just the same old day. Okay, I hope you guys are good. You're doing okay. Today I'm not having tea. It's water time. You know, gotta keep hydrated. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you for watching my previous video. If you haven't seen that video, please do click this link up above. I don't know where it is, but I think it's here. But please do click that one and you will see the video that I did on Monday. So today is Friday, and I'm thinking Friday fiction should be a thing on this channel. Okay, maybe Mondays I can do Monday mystery, crime mystery, and then Fridays I can do Friday fiction, where I talk about thriller movies or horror movies or whatever. Alright, by the title of this video, you know what I'm talking about. Pinky, pink star. Hey, pinky, guys. You know, when we grew up, it was like a thing. Pinky was so feared. Because we're like, yo, pinky, and all of that. We used to believe in those things. So for those of you who don't know, Pinky is a Togolosh mythical character who is a Togolosh and essentially lives in the bathroom, the girls' and the boys' toilets, and is looking for someone wearing pink underwear. He is just looking for someone to, I don't know, molest or just, you know, any sexual abuse or kill. And it's mainly children from adolescent stage, you know, when they are about to reach that adolescent stage, or when they are, you know, there already. So that's what I understand about Pinky. Drop a comment down below if you think of something else about Pinky, what you thought it was doing. It's just those things, man, where you grow up, people tell you about these things and you believe them, and then when you grow up and you're like, oh, but Togolosh is really a pink one. So I watched a movie on Showmax called Pinky, and I just thought, hey, let me talk about this movie. I might not have everything in order like I want. Let's get into this video. Let me start blabbing Let me stop blabbing and get into this video. Okay. So I have a problem with this movie. It's a good movie, good characters, good actors, everything is good, except for one thing. Pinky is a Togolosh, meaning, you know, it doesn't even, you know what I mean. It's a Togolosh, and this Togolosh is pink. And in this movie, the Pinky man is a man, and is not pink, and is not a Togolosh. So I think that's my problem with this movie. But I guess they were trying to, you know, get like a different take on this movie with the Togolosh and everything. But it's something that you can get over and just watch the movie. If you've seen the movie, hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe, do something, okay? So in the first scene, we are in a witch's hut where this witch is talking to this woman and telling her about this muti that this woman wants. So this muti is supposed to raise someone from the dead. And so this woman is like so adamant to get this umuti wakona, and this witch is like, okay, I can give you this muti, but it's gonna work, but maybe the person that you want to wake is not gonna be the same person, you know, like it's not gonna be the person that you knew, you understand? So it's gonna be someone different. He might be a monster, he might like want death and all of that. So I'll give you this muti, but okay, you must just know that. Sharp. This woman says, no, it's fine, I'll take this muti, and I want to wake this person up. So she goes to the grave. Seemingly it's just like his own grave. This man that was buried, it was his own grave. So she goes there by the woods, and she takes this muti as a powder and she blows on the, what is it, the tombstone, and she's like, Fuga, Fuga, and then nothing happens, and she blows again. It's like, Fuga, nothing's going on. Like, hello, anybody home? And she's like, oh, stupid witch, didn't work. And so she leaves, and as she's leaving, this person wakes up. We only see like the hand grabbing the tombstone, and that was it for the scene. So then we're transported to Mlazi in KZN, where Unomzamo is standing over her twin sister's grave, who passed away like, I think a month ago or something, but she passed away recently, and she's just nearly just saying goodbye and all of that, because she is going to a different school in Eastern Cape. I believe in Eastern Cape, somewhere in Eastern Cape. So then her mom comes and she says, okay, it's time to go, babes. Your uncle is standing right there. And she looks at the uncle. Every time she looks at the uncle, or if the uncle touches her, talks to her, she cringes, she just freezes. And at the time, you're just like wondering what is going on. But later we find out why. So anyways, they go into the car, climb into the car, and they drive. And they approach Eastern Cape. And when they're about to go into the school, they see a poster of a girl who is missing. Her name is Avile. So she's missing. She's been missing for how long? They don't know. So they don't really pay attention to it, and they're just like, okay, cool. And they just go in, and they are introduced to a receptionist that's schooling. And so they go into the school. The receptionist talks to them, and then she's like, okay, go to the matron. And when we see who the matron is that lady who was in the witch's hut asking for umuti. Okay, all right. So now the matron, she doesn't even smile, she doesn't even do anything. She's just like, it's like, dude, just smile, doesn't hurt. And then what happens? And then she speaks to the mom and the uncle, tells them that, okay, I'm gonna take Unomzamo now to her sleeping quarters, to her dome. Wow. Her dome. Yes, sis. I'm gonna take her to her sleeping quarters, okay? I'm gonna take her to the sleeping quarters. And she takes her to the sleeping quarters. Oh, she's like, okay, now it's time to say goodbye, because this is where your trip ends. It's time for me to go. And then they speak, and the principal comes, and the principal introduces himself, and and so they say goodbye, and the mom is like, okay, I'll see you on your birthday. I'm gonna come for your birthday. And they hug and they leave. And so the matron and Nomzamo carry on, and they go to the sleeping quarters. So as they go into the sleeping quarters, you can see that there's actually like a uniform, like a night dress, pants, and a top, and underwear. Guys, tell me how now we must wear the same underwear. Me and you, the pink one. Jan. Okay, but the matron says we are all equal, we must dress alike, even the underwear. Doesn't make sense, but okay. Cool. So she walks through, and she goes to the lockers, and when she opens the locker, she sees something, and she quickly closes. And then she's like, okay, meet me in the dining hall so I can introduce you to the rest of the girls. And Unomzamo is like, okay, she's taken aback by what just happened, and she goes to that locker. She opens the locker, and it says Avile was here. Remember, Avile is that girl that they saw at the poster before they got into the school. And so they go, and then so she changes into her new uniform, and she goes to the dining hall. And when she goes to the dining hall, the matron introduces her to everyone. This is Nomzamo. She's from Mlazi. Please welcome her and just, show her around. Just be nice. And she takes her food. She walks around. That new girl thing. You don't know where to sit. And it's just... So she's just walking. She has her tray and she's looking where to sit. And someone says, "Come sit with us." And this is where we're introduced to Uncleboris and her sidekicks. So it's a group of 3 girls, and it's like those mean girls type of vibes, So it's Uncleboris, Yamkela, and I can't remember the third one, but I really think it's Buyisile. So we'll call her Buyisile. If you know her name, please drop a comment down below and tell me who she is. So yeah, this is when we're introduced to Uncleboris, Yamkela, and Buyisile. Ne? So Uncleboris is like, "Come sit with us." She sits and they introduce themselves, and Yamkela is that spicy girl that's just like, I feel like she was overacting though, like, "Hi, my name is Yamkela." Like, okay girl, my name is Yamkela, just say it right, just say it properly. But anyways, she's a good actress, I like her. So then they sit and they talk, and then Uncleboris is like, "No, we don't eat this food here. We actually sneak out of our dorms, and then we go to the kitchen and eat food from the kitchen. So don't eat." So now I mustn't eat, because as they're walking out, they bump into this girl, Usinalo. She's very short, man. Like, she's so munchus. And she wears these huge, thick glasses. They're so thick. Anyways, they bump into her and she drops her food, and then Nomzamo gives her her food because Aisha, she's not eating. Oh girl, she's going to sneak out. Her first night, she's sneaking out. She's going to eat food from the kitchen. I mean, anyways, then they leave, and then later, well, they don't show us them going to the kitchen to eat. So later, now it's time to sleep, and Nomzamo woke up to a whisper and like a shadow, thinking, oh, she followed it to the bathroom, thinking maybe it's her twin sister's spirit, because she's been asking like to see her and to talk to her. So she's thinking maybe that's it, and she goes to the bathroom to find that there's nothing, and she goes back to bed. And then in the morning, it's break time. It's school break time. Now they're talking. Uncleboris is telling Nomzamo, "Girl, tina siyahamba, we're going to do the things. We're going to have fun. So we're going to meet up with these boys who are going to buy us alcohol, and we're going to chill later on at night. So we're going to sneak out and have fun." And she's like, "Oh no, I'm not coming." Nomzamo asks, "Oh no, I'm not coming." Uncleboris asks, "Well, that wasn't a request. You're coming with us, okay?" And obviously they weren't saying it like that, but I'm channeling my inner mean girl type of, But anyways, they go back and forth. Nomzamo is saying she doesn't want to go, and Uncleboris is saying, "Well, you are going." And then finally Nomzamo says, "Okay, fine, we can go." So later on that night, or before that, she sees this girl just standing there looking at her, wearing a night dress. Literally just. For the first 24 minutes, guys, I was really scared. I was really, really like terrified of this movie. But as time went by, I was just like, okay, whatever. So this girl is just standing there like for no reason. And obviously everyone is like, okay, what's going on? Well, she is the only one. Nomzamo is the only one that can see this girl. And so she just disappears. And then later on the night, it's time to go Pella to do the things, to have a fun, And then they fetch her, and then they're like, okay, let's go. So they sneak out, and then Uclebisile uthi, okay, but the keys are in the matron's room, so you have to go get them. Unomzamo athi asiyekeni phela yo, I won't be able to go into that room. And then she's like, okay, well, if you don't, then this initiation is over. And then they go back and forth. Nomzamo finally gives in once again, and she goes in and she sneaks in the room and she takes the keys to the gate. So in my head, I'm like, okay, so security, nyana, you know, it's an all-girls school, so security, there's no security. So they open the gate and they sneak out. And they sneak out, mama sneaker out, they go into the woods. So now the shelter or whatever they went to, it was like it was the previous principal's house. The previous principal was the matron's son. So it burnt down and no one knows how and why. So that's where they were chilling, right? And then the boys came, bought the alcohol, everybody drinking, you know, it's a nice time, they're having a good time. And then suddenly Unomzamo sees this girl again in the woods, just looking at her like, imagine guys, uhleli lapha with your friends, it's vibes, and then someone just appears and looks at you like, whoa, imagine. And she screams, she jumps out of her chair and she screams, and everyone's like, what's going on with you? You're crazy. Oh my gosh, you're seeing ghosts. You're crazy. And as they like, oh, someone was comforting her, like, no, it's okay. And then, oh, I think Yamkela was doing that. And then she looks up there and she sees a man holding a lamp torch. It's called a lamp torch now. Holding it and just walking through the woods. And they're like, oh my gosh, there is really something in the woods, guys. And they all scream and they all scatter around. And now Nomzamo was running by herself. She's running. Everyone else was nowhere to be found. She's screaming, Yamkela, Wisila, guys, hello. And she bumps into the matron. And the matron is like, yeah, wena, funanla, you are going to be punished. They take her to the principal's office, and the principal is like, okay, you have to do the chores around the school. And so she was washing sheets, curtains, she was mopping the floor, like it was a lot for her punishment. So now Nomzamo and Sinalo develop this friendship. They start talking about their lives and then Nomzamo shares why she always cringes when she sees her uncle and whatever. So she's like, okay, what happened was he used to rape me and my twin sister, and my twin sister actually killed herself because she had enough with everything, because she couldn't even tell the mom. Mama was so, like, her brother was everything to her, you know, so they didn't think that the mom would actually believe them. So she took her own life, and that's what happened. And so it was like wow, sorry girl, I'm sorry that had to happen, blah blah blah. And now as they're talking, she sees this girl again. And when she's seeing her, she says, okay, you know what, this time I'm following her. And she runs and follows her, and she runs to her, goes into the bathroom, and she stands there, and then she starts writing. Well, Avile, the girl that's busy, you know, starts writing, I am here, you know, like, I am here, I am here. Everywhere it's just, I am here, I am here. And then Nomzamo runs to the principal's office, and she tells them, like, something horrible happened to this girl. We need to find out what happened. Ah, man, there's nothing going on. Just leave it, man. Ugh. You know, they just like, just leave it, girl. Bye. And actually, my McD's order just arrived. I'll tell you how it was in 14 days. Now it's time to go to bed. But before they go to bed, they decide, you know what, let's go shower. Usnalo and Nomzamo. And Nomzamo finishes first, and she says, okay, you'll find me in the room. And Usnalo's like, okay, cool. So she leaves. And then she says, don't forget your underwear in the basin, you know. And then she's like, okay, cool. Usnalo's like, okay, sharp. And now, because she wears thick glasses, like she can't see without her glasses. She's not showering with her glasses, so she sees blurry with her glasses, without her glasses. And then she finishes showering, she goes to the basin, she looks for her underwear, she can't see it. So when she turns around, she drops her glasses on the floor. Now she's like scattering around, like, what's happening? Okay, what's going on? And then as she's looking for these glasses, she feels this oozing foot, like it's like a disgusting thing, you know, when you touch something that's sticky on your fingers. It's just disgusting. She looks up and she sees this man. Because she can't see without her glasses, it's blurry, so it's this figure with like a man figure with a hat and like a suit, but an old suit that's like cut and just old. And she finds her glasses, she puts them on, and she sees this person, well, this pinky character, and it's like, he's weird. He's got like white glowy eyes, he's got pink patches, you know. It's just like this EO monster. It's not even a monster, it's like a man who's decomposed, but it's disgusting. So she runs out and she screams like, oh my gosh, there's something in there. And everyone comes out and they're like, oh, you saw a ghost, girl, oh my gosh. Now everyone is laughing at her like, oh, you saw a ghost, girl, oh, sorry, you know. And then the matron comes out and she says, everyone go back into their dorms, go back to bed. And then Nomzamo comforts Usnalo, you know. She comforts Nalo and they sleep. The following morning, Gandhi, she did a boo-boo. Usnalo, she peed on herself on her bed. Now everyone's laughing at her like, girl, how old are you? You know? And so the matron was so like disappointed. She's like, okay, you're gonna go and live there somewhere, I don't know where it was, by yourself, because there's a bathroom there, so you won't do things, you won't pee on yourself. So Nomzamo volunteers to go with her. Now they go to bed and they sleep. So somehow Nomzamo figured out Uti, this man who is Pinky is actually the matron's son. And she goes into the matron's room to check it, like, for more information. Now things are getting revealed, you know. So this matron goes to her son's grave. So when she goes to her son's grave, the son comes out, and, well, not the son, but, oh, his name was Figile, by the way. So Figile comes out and he says, yeah, when mama wangbulala. And then they show us what happened that day. So what happened was the matron was there with Figile, and he saw that he saw someone's panty there on the bed or on the floor, and it was Avile, the missing girl. And she says, isn't this Avile, the girl that's missing right now? And then Ufigile, yeah, so what? I say, I'm gonna call the cops. So she turns away, and as she turns away, Ufigile grabs her and she strangles her, and she now, you know, she wants to kill her. and then she finds something to stab him by the neck, and she stabs him, and then that's how he died. Yabo? So back in the grave, ufikile athi wena mama wangibulala, how could you do that? And all this time uNomzamo is seeing all of this, like, oh no. And then ufikile takes this woman and he drops her down, and then now she's bleeding, and then she goes to uNomzamo goes to the matron, and she's like, are you okay? What? I see, matron, just take all the girls, like, get out of here, just leave, burn the school down, this place is not good, all of that, like, just leave, guys, just leave, And then I said, no, I can't leave you here, I'm gonna find help. And so she runs. Oh, she takes that thing that stabbed this man and killed this man long time ago. But I paid to matron at that time. So she takes that thing and she runs. And as she's running, someone grabs her. But it's not Pinky, it's actually the uncle. And then the uncle takes her, puts her in the boot, then he drives off. He stops and takes her out of the boot, and like ties her hands together and drops her down on the floor and starts like caressing her, like, yeah, now I'm gonna kill you, you're gonna see your twin now. But before that, I'm gonna have some fun before all of that. This thing that she had in her hand, and starts stabbing this man, and then this man just collapses and dies. So she keeps running, she goes back to the school. Now back at the school, Pinky is being shown everywhere. He killed Oyamkela, and then now Ucebisile and Ubuyisile were going to sneak out and go to the kitchen and eat some food. So Ubuyisile didn't go ahead with the plan, so now it was just Ucebisile. So Ucebisile goes into the kitchen and she opens the fridge, and she like looks for, there's yogurt, there's grapes, she's busy eating in the kitchen, in the fridge. It's like a walk-in fridge. So, and then he grabs her and kills her. Yeah, uNomzamo is running, and then she goes to the bathroom and she says, enough is enough, now I'm gonna fight, it's time for me to fight. And then I said, Pinky Puma, I said, Pinky, yeah, you're very brave, you're brave little girl, hey, ntombazana nesibindi. He comes out, and then I said, yeah, yena ntombazana akubamba, uyazi ukuthi mina ngithanda ukudlala namantombazana alingana nawe, abahle njengawe, yabo. And then I said, yeah, you killed Sinalo, how could you do that? And stuff like that. And then Pinky sees that she's got that thing that killed him in the first place. Before he actually grabs her, she looks there, and then he also looks back, and it's her twin sister, And then Pinky's like, what's going on here? Like, what's going on? And then he runs to her and then grabs her, but it's because it's a spirit you can't grab. And then she stands up because she was on the floor. She stands up and then stabs Pinky, and then he vanishes into this pink dust, and then it just becomes dust. And when she's sitting there, like, seeing all of this happening, Sinalo came out, like all the people that died because of Pinky. Sinalo came, Avile, Ucebisile, Uyamkela, and they just smiled at her, and then they left. And then that was the end of the story. Oh, but they didn't show us where the matron was. Maybe the matron passed away, we don't know. That was the end of the movie. It was okay. Honestly, it's a good watch. So yeah, that's it from me today, guys. I'll see you guys on Monday with Crime Mystery. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.